Okay, yeah, we continue. And we are looking at multiplication and division of logarithms. Now, here are some examples which will really give you a help in your practices. So when we multiply, I started with number one, a very simple one. When we multiply logarithms, we multiply normally, and as we said, this is mantissa. Yeah, this is your mantissa. This here is mantissa, and it is always positive. So when you multiply here, the only one which is negative with this characteristic. So when you multiply, you multiply 3 times 3, you get 9, 6, you get 6, you get 21, you carry 2, and then you get bar 9 plus 2, it goes down to bar 7. So that is how we multiply, and it is very easy. So they will go by one example. So one example there is enough, but we have example number 2, which stands for division. Division is having some tough questions, so I will do like 2 or 3 examples about division. So when we divide, we have to use some techniques of balancing and things like those we are going to see as from this example and another one coming. So we divide by 1.7978, divide by 3. What is going to be the answer? Now we have some explanation here. You see here that bar 1, this bar 1 here, is not exactly divisible by 3. And as we know that only this part here is negative, so we cannot combine it with this one. The other one is positive. So we have to do something here. Now, since this bar 1 cannot divide 3 exactly, we look for the next lower integer, which is exactly divisible by 3. And now, next lower is bar 3. You know that bar 3 is smaller than bar 1. Bar 1 is bigger. So then we write the new equation and balance it. Now our equation was bar 1.7978. This is positive. Mantissa is always positive. This is negative. So when we start with bar 3, we need to keep the meaning. We need to make sure that it is still adds up. It still adds up, or it still concludes to bar 1. So I added these two here. I wrote it in a different color so that you can understand. I added these two here to make sure that I still have bar 1. So when I add 3 bar plus 2, I get bar 1, and then plus the mantissa, which in this case now it is 0.78, because when you extract the mantissa here, is as if you are having bar 1 plus 0.7978. So this is what I have. So this was the mantissa itself, and I put it like that. Bar 3 is a lower integer as from bar 1. Now bar 3 plus 2 to give me bar 1, but I don't add this because when I add this I'll end up again here and it will be meaningless. So when I combine here, this 2 balances everything. That's why I said we have to balance it. It balances everything, that it returns it to here. But now our aim of putting 3 there is to make sure that it divides 3 exactly. So I will add the positive together. These positives to this point are added together. So I have bar 3 plus 2.7978, and now I can divide. You see, I can divide, and when I divide by 3, divide by 3, I get bar 1 plus 2 divided by 3 is 0. 27 divided by, now I put my dot, it will become 9. Here it is 9, it goes by 9. I divide now as usual. it becomes 9. This goes by 3, goes by 2, remain 1, 18 goes by 6. That's what I have here. So when I add my bar 1 here, I get my final answer as bar 1.9326. This is my final answer. Very important to understand these steps here. Very, very important. Please go through once again. Now we are going to our last example. Okay, now this is our example number 3, which is a bit tricky, as I told you before. You are given that logarithm of x equal to bar 4.7321. Determine cube root of x. Yeah, let us start afresh like this. This is our example number 3. We are given logarithm x equal to bar 4.7321. Determine logarithm of cube root of x, cube root of this, the cube root of this, because this is logarithm of x. Now we have to start our solution here, and let us see how we move one step after another. Now, first of all, we have to rewrite. We have to write this by observing the laws, the logarithm of cube root of x. Okay? Logarithm of cube root of x. Logarithm of cube root of x can be written as logarithm of x raised to 1 over 3, because cube root means 1 over 3. So this is how we write this. Logarithm of cube root of 3 is equal to logarithm of x raised to 1 over 3. So next, we say this is equal to, you know that if we apply the law here, the law of power, the law of power tells us that we will drop this, alright? We'll drop this here. That's what we did here. Equals to 1 over 3 logarithm of x. Yeah. So what next? Next will be, that logarithm x is given. Log x is given as 4.7321. It is given here initially. It was given. And now, so therefore, logarithm of cube root of x is equal to, because now we have already shown it here, equal to 1 over 3 log x, but log x is equal to this. So it's equal to 1 over 3, then we replace log x by this number here. And so this is equal to bar 4.7321 divided by 3. Yes, it is the same when you write like that. Times 1 here to give you this. Now we continue that this is the same as, we look now at our characteristic. This is your characteristic. Got to be very careful. This is the characteristic. And this here is the mantissa. Now, since our characteristic is not exactly divisible by 3, right? We start our technique. Our technique is to look for the next lower integer, okay? Next lower integer, which is divisible by 3, and then balance, all right? That's what we are going to do. Okay, we look for the next lower integer, all right? Lower integer, and balance the equation. We are going to look for that now and see that, therefore, If we write bar 4.7321 over 3, the same as writing bar 6. This is lower than this one. It is smaller than bar 4. But to balance it, then we have to add 2 so that we can go back to bar 4. So it is bar 6 plus 2 plus the mantissa, everything divided by 3. Okay, now this gives us bar 6 plus 2, okay, 0.73. I hope now you are with me here. When you add this to the mantissa, you get this one, divided by 3. Now things start to go easy because we don't have a negative number which is not exactly divisible by 3 in a number which is written with the mantissa together. So we divide here. So when we divide, what do we get? We get bar 6 divided by bar 3 is bar 2, and we divide this number here whereby we get 0.9107, and then you just add there. Okay, we get bar 2.9107. This is our final. This here is the same as logarithm of cube root of x equal to bar 2.9107. This is what we were supposed to look for, and now we have it here. We have it here that it is equal to this. Thank you for watching, and I hope you understand. Please subscribe for more videos of mathematics. Thanks a lot.